On the Fringe with Dan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day. A lot of Q posts continue to come in. We've got a lot of really good ones, and they are queuing up this coming week for sure. Monday through Friday is bound to be an exciting week. I'm not sure where things are going to be released. I think they're going to be out in a number of different waves, if you will. But this is one of those things where I feel like it's the writing on the wall. Like I've been seeing this coming, and it's finally actually going to happen. And for all of us that are like, I'll believe it when I see it, I think we're going to see some stuff this week. It's pretty amazing when you kind of see how it's all playing out. And this right here, you got to love. It's like, cheers, and I'm going to hand you the United States. And Xi Jinping is like, nah, you dang straight you are. But things played out a little different. Here's where we left off, post 4172. Dates are important. January 15th, 2020. Historic trade deal with China signed. China loses billions in clawback. Billions of dollars were taken away from the way it used to do business. Trump put a stop to that. A lot of that money went off into Europe. A lot of that money went off to a lot of different people's pockets. That money went to a lot of different places. And Trump basically said, no, we're not going to do things that way anymore. You're actually going to give us tariffs until we renegotiate. Otherwise, you're just going to give us cash straight up, and we're not going to see it filtering in all the places that it has. The held timed impeachment articles are delivered to the Senate. All of this happens at the right perfect timing. First case of COVID-19 lands in the United States, Tacoma, Washington, SeaTac Airport, oddly, which home stomping grounds for me personally. Do the Chinese like losing? I don't think so, and it seems like that's kind of happening right now. Do the Chinese want POTUS removed, replaced with the presidential election? I would bet if any foreign government truly wants to see Trump lose, China is probably the tip top of that list. In fact, I would say they're number one by far. Do the Chinese want Biden installed? Yeah, Biden's a tard, but he's not going to live that long. I don't think it's that China wants Biden per se, even though he's the front runner. Everybody knows it's not going to be Biden. I'm not sure what's going to happen between now and August when the national convention, the Democratic National Convention, is done. But that being said, it's probably going to be Hillary with Michelle Obama, probably. Maybe Obama, but that's silly. Maybe Barack Hussein, renegade Obama, but we'll see. I doubt that's going to be the case. So is this about the virus or about the election? It's a question that keeps getting brought up. U.S.-China signs historic Phase 1 deal. This was actually done in, it was January something, I thought. There it is, January 15th. This pretty good little article here. I can do the link below. But yeah, basically just talking about how the different agreements, the $200 billion with the products over the next 2 years, that there are ways to enforce this. There's a number of interesting little pieces of information in here, if you will. But that being said, so a lot of things are in the works. This virus has affected the way China had to necessarily pay back the money or necessarily buy products they were supposed to or necessarily kind of do their side of the deal. And so it seems like they're kind of reneging a little, but there's time. So again, I think this is some attention being brought to that, and it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. 4173, the media conspiracy TV is dead. And it really is. They keep calling everybody else conspiracies, pointing the finger. They always say there's three pointing back at you, right? Well, gee whiz, the media seems to point the finger a lot. So that all being said, yes, shadow arm of the D party, really shadow arm of the D for deep state, I think. The Democrats, I think, just got hijacked in a large extent. I used to know a lot of Democrats that I got along with. It's a little crazy now, though, because they're so progressive, to use their numbers. Russia was a complete farce orchestrated by the DNC and the propaganda-pushing media. We're going to play a little bit of this because you'll catch on very quickly what's going on, but it's actually pretty funny. So let's give it some time.
Of collusion.
Trump, Russian, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian metal collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian potentially collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian possible collusion.
Trump, Russian not collusion.
Trump, Russian collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion.
Trump, Russian possible collusion. Russian collusion.
Trump, Russian possible collusion.
Trump, Russia, possible collusion. I don't know if there's sort of a theme going on there. I'm not sure if I've quite caught that. But yeah. They all say the same things. And why is it, by the way, that when white people dance, we look so angry? Is it because we don't want to? It's very, very interesting. I don't quite know what's going on. Anyway, 4174, difficult truth, something hard to kind of swallow. This is an interesting one. Again, I'm not going to play a lot of it. Dude with his glasses on, glasses off. When his glasses are off, he sees what everyone else sees. And when his glasses are on, he sees the truth. It's a very interesting concept.
Please follow the government rules at this time. You must stay home. Only be outside for food, for health reasons, for exercise, or if you're an essential key worker.
Kind of what happens when you awaken, and they continue that same concept. And by the way, it's frankly what I'm going to look like if they don't actually open up the salons again one of these days, because I'm going to have that rockin' mullet like this guy if I can't friggin' get a haircut sometime soon. 4175, got a great Twitter post this where patriotism is on the rise. Will you stand? I've got a couple neat little things here for us. This is surprisingly cool. Let's go ahead and give a quick watch on this. Now, there's not actually any audio, which, well, makes, frankly, talking over it not a problem. But you see a lot of flags there. Oh, look at all that. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, hey. Oh, there's some beautiful water. Look at that. Oh, so nice. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Yes, but when you go down that way, whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless America right there, folks. You got to love that. Where we go one, we go all. We stick together. It's kind of the cool thing about this little group. And of course, for those of you that think it might be time to enlist, I'm a little old, but I tell you, the thoughts crossed my mind many a time. But here you go. You can take the little oath of enlistment if you'd like. But this is also what all the people that are in the armed forces have taken as well, and that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Very important little piece of this that is in every single movie that's ever brought up that part, but nah. 4176, awake yet? Well, let's just see how awake we are. This is a little sketchy. Okay, this is a lot sketchy. Let's just be honest. And for any parent that actually did what this guy says, I fear what happens to that family.
By asking all the moms to step out of the room for a minute so I can talk to your kids. I'll give you a second. Okay.
Because I'm about to tell him something that's really messed up. I'm just saying, I don't want you to hear it because it might be embarrassing, but yeah, let me just have a little moment with your children, your prized possessions, your cute little darlings. The Great Awakening is upon us, folks. I don't know if you've realized it. I think you probably have. Most of us are on that bandwagon. Look at this cool little picture we got going on here. Q, woohoo, and that looks very royal, very England, like Britain. It's got that Britain. Yeah, it smells like Britain to me. So, Q is gone there as well. Where we go one, we go all. Your assumption on post 4178. Your assumption defaults back to a position of full understanding. A splinter cell can be completely separate from its primary origin and or source. Therefore, 1% holds water. And the way it does work in a lot of places, folks, corporate America as well as in the spy agencies, you reach a certain level where you're allowed to kind of walk on your own. You're allowed to kind of move a little bit with some leniency and do what you think is right. And so in a lot of cases, you have authority granted to you to be able to do quite a lot of things. And when you get into the intelligence worlds, the same is the case. So what their point is 1%, that slide we had not long ago where 99% is good, 1% blows, 99% of FBI, 1% is awesome, right? Sorry, the other way around, but still, the 1% can actually hold that much power, and that's one of the things that Q is trying to point out here for us. Got another Twitter post that's being shared with us. This is awesome. I get what Q's saying, but this is going to be one of those things where I'm going to be like, come on, really, dude? I mean, maybe I'm missing something. I get you're comparing the Democrats or the deep state to the Third Reich. I get it, but this is...
Im Süden hat der Gegner Zossen genommen und stößt auf Stahnsdorf vor.
Really? A bunch
Der
of
Feind
overlaid
operiert jetzt am
words?
nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow.
Now, I'd be curious what he's actually saying in German, because I don't speak German. So for all the German people out there, would love to hear your thoughts on it. But it's a bunch of subtitles, and it's very cool. And it's like, ooh, hey, we're going to do this and that. And it's basically what the Germans did during World War II and what Trump is essentially trying to save us from right now. I mean, it's probably a fair way to put it. Part deux, or deux. How do you undone toi? I don't even know how to count and what language German is in my brain right now. But again, we've got, and all we now, or know, is Creepy Joe Biden. I think that's now it had in there, but no is what it should be. So again, not even a good translation. But they're making a point. It's cool. I don't want to waste too much time on it. Propaganda and lies. Welcome to the D Party. Democrat Party totally taken over by the deep state. Again, people I love are Democrats. I really hope some of these people can wake up to. I'm hoping. I really do. I know they think I'm the weird one. I'm the one with the problem. It's okay, but I love these people. I love these Democrat people. They're cute. Some of them, deep state, very evil. We got to deal with them. President Obama is being quoted on Flynn saying, "There is no precedent that anybody can find for someone who has been charged with perjury just getting off scot-free." Now, I wish I could do his accent better. It is a curious statement. First and foremost, Flynn was actually not charged with perjury. Those pesky facts. I hate the way they always get in the way. Gosh golly, I can just say things on the news and then those dang fact checkers will come in and tell me how I made something up. Happens to all of us. Cheers. I'm going to give you the planet, the world, the United States. Oh, thank you. Don't drink yours, though. It's got cyanide. That's why it's so much darker. Yeah, of course, it's all jacked up. Where we go one, we go all. Another Twitter post. Let's check this out. Hey, what do you think? Look at that. Where we go one, we go all. Lives the Huntington Beach, or as some would say, Huntington. Very silly. There's music in the background, so this one I'm actually keeping the noise down because I just know how these games are played. But again, look at this. A lot of people. It's such a beautiful area. I've been there. I thought Dick's Surfboard place is somewhere around there. Anyway, wonderful place. Main Avenue. Been there numerous times in my life. Just to the left of the pier, if you're facing the water, that's where I grew up. My grandmother lived out there. Good times. Good times. I love this place. Anyway. Moving on. Where we go one, we go all, and post 4184. Once again, this is a very cool one. This young lady has got a lot going on for. It's pretty cool. We'll just go ahead and give this a listen.
From Arkansas, where we go one, we go all.
Bam. She's going to be a singer, a songwriter, theater person. And by the way, it's Arkansas. I just want to correct you. You're saying your state name wrong. Anyway, kidding. It's Arkansas. That's how you say it. I'm just messing with you. 4185. Got another Twitter post. Where we go one, we go all. God.
What up? Shout out to POTUS. Shout out to Q. Where we go one, we go all. I'm from NYC.
Bam. You know it, man. That is awesomeness. Got another quick one of these. And again, these are awesome because it's sharing messages. It's patriots. It's people that have done great work as far as Twitter accounts. So again, this is positive.
Hey, Patriots Worldwide from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Where we go one, we go all.
I don't know about you. I don't see any alligators in the background. I'm not sure that's Florida. It looks very flat, though. Quite possible. We'll see. 4187, another where we go one, we go all. Quite worth it. Quick one.
Where we go one, we go all. Oklahoma.
Word. Palabras, one might say. Where we go one, we go all. One more. There's not too many of these. Trust me. Hang tight.
Where we go one, we go all. Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Boom. How cute. I know, right? I had to do that one. I'm sorry, folks. Hey, look at this. Where we go one, we go all. I lied. There's one more. But this one we're not going to play, so maybe that's why it's not so bad. This guy's awesome. True patriot from the heart. I completely agree. It's 33 seconds long, and it's definitely... I'm not going to share it. I love it, though. It's good. It is positive. It's just too long, frankly. Let's just be honest. I'm calling a spade a spade. Hey, look at this. Israel, I'm not a chip. I'm free spirit. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Where we go one, we go all. In Israel. That's full of shizzle. And not everybody's, a lot of masks are being worn. Some aren't. That's cool. Anyway, just saying. Hey, another one. Where we go one, we go all. Newport Beach joins the fight against Newsom's Orange County beach closure order. Newsom's the governor of California. I live in Orange County, and yeah, we're not allowed to go to the beach. But the Orange County sheriffs basically said, "Look, I'm not gonna enforce this." But Newport Beach is one of the richest cities in Orange County. It's pretty awesome, beautiful place too, by the way. I've been up there numerous times. Where we go one, we go all. Look at this, another good one.
From Las Vegas. Where we go one, we go all.
And she's hot too. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just leaving. I'm just throwing that in there. It's not. It didn't need to be said. No, of course not.
All right, so we're here, way above Las Vegas. So behind me, you can see the Las Vegas Strip. Or this way, you can see into California. Then if we go over here, you can see into Arizona. We're in it together. Trust yourself. Trust God. Where we go one, we go all.
Awesome. Hey, and do you guys see all that like sort of smoke out there? That's COVID virus. I'm kidding. It's not. Of course, that's smog. But it's. I thought it was kind of funny. Maybe pushing the edge of the envelope a hair. Where we go one, we go all. This is awesome. This one is so rad.
Haiti, Haiti. Ça passe, n'a leve. We are rising. Where we go one, we go all.
Oh, thank you. She threw a kiss at me. Did you guys see that? That was so sweet of her. I love that. That you gotta really love that. Where we go one, we go all. From Haiti, which I gotta wonder, right? Because there's a huge tie into the Clinton Foundation and all sorts of bad things, and a church that never got built, and donations got taken. A lot of stuff around Haiti and that wonderful Clinton Foundation that we're so proud of. Oh, we gotta love them. Anywho, more of Waters World. Only going to play a small little portion of this 8-minute long, wonderful piece of work by Walt Waters. This guy's, I actually like this guy. He's pretty good. But that being said, 8 minutes is too much for anybody. I was begging for more. I was holding on by my fingernails.
Here's the tweet. Yesterday was a big day for justice in the USA. Congratulations to General Flynn and many others. I do believe there is much more to come. Dirty cops and crooked politicians do not go well together. We'll have to wait and see how this all unfolds. Reports are that Adam Schiff is, quote, panicking. John Durham is working around the clock, putting together a winnable case in court. But if this goes all the way to the top, like it appears it does, Bill Barr is going to have to appoint a special prosecutor with a wider scope to get to the bottom, or should I say, the top of Obamagate.
You see what he did there? You like that? That was pretty sweet. I like how he did. And by the way, when they say around the clock, do they just the first time or both times? Because what part of the clock? It goes around a couple times every day. Pesky people like me. This is an awesome slide. 4196. The shadow presidency, the shadow government. Why did Hussein shadow POTUS? Why? Because he was worried about what was going to happen. He wanted to know what was going on. Why did Kerry shadow POTUS in Iran? Because he needed to keep that deal going. A lot of money, billions of dollars on cash, on pallets were sent to Iran. You don't think that ended up in people's pockets? So yeah, Kerry wanted to make sure that little deal kept going. Why did Kerry shadow POTUS regarding classification 1 through 99? Probably something we can't talk about, but it's classified. Why did he shadow that? 2. McMaster, target and remove loyal intel operatives inside the White House. McMaster, prevent declass, disclose to Congress. Why did he do that? And then down here we got, why did Coates prevent declass, disclose to Congress? Maybe because he said, I saw absolutely nothing that would ever indicate that Trump did any of the things that people are accusing him of. Why did Bolton prevent decals, or probably declass? I'm thinking that's a typo, but maybe he hated stickers. It's very possible. But why did he not allow that to be disclosed to Congress? What about Ryan preventing subpoena power? Or Rosenstein to entrap and install blockade of the Supreme Court? Or Rosenstein again to install Mueller, knowing zero evidence of Russian collusion? Or the attempt to take the FBI director position by Mueller? Or Mueller-Rosenstein working together to drag out the stupid investigation into the Russia collusion even longer than it needed to go. Again, we've got the National, whatever the heck it is, Security Council, Vindman actively leaking to the mainstream media in controlled leaks, leaking what he wanted, leaking what he was being leaked anyways, right? Again, a lot of these players would just leak whatever they were fed by like Schiff or whoever. Why do you think Schiff is getting so nervous? There's obviously a lot in here, a lot of D classes going on. This part was actually really caught my attention. 49, class 1 through 99. I'm not sure, because up here they've got foreign. And again, we have this slide a while back. I should have pulled it up, but there's already enough information here to drive you guys to tears. But there was a while back where they talked about how a certain number were going to be foreign, a certain number were going to be in the military, and then some were going to be civilian. So again, I'm wondering about the 49. I think that's part of that civilian thing. We'll see how that all plays out. Again, a lot is going on. Expecting a very, very exciting week. Post 4197, we've got a reshare of an awesome post that came up not long ago. Origin of COVID-19 was China. I think pretty much everybody's on page with that. The origin city was Wuhan. Again, I think everybody's on page with that. How long was Wuhan in lockdown? 76 days Wuhan was. But how long was the remainder of China on lockdown? And that was like 16 days. I think there was one province that went out to like the 28th of February or something. So maybe one province was a little longer than that by maybe a week or so. But 16 days. Why are we locking down our country for so long? I get there's a lot of scared people. I've talked to my folks. My folks are paranoid. They're afraid that when people go to the beach in Orange County, even though they live 2 hours away by driving, when people go to the beach in Orange County, that's somehow going to get COVID on them. I get there's a lot of scared people, but a lot of it's irrational fear. We need to keep things in check to a small degree. And again, the place where everything started, they didn't stay locked down nearly as long as us, and second largest economy in the world, probably concerned about a lot of the same things we were as well. Post 4198, this is a week to remember coming up. Boom week they've been talking about. This is going to be the 11th, which is the week that we were prefacing last week. I think this is going to be an amazing week, or as they say right here, a week to remember. And they keep talking about how the targets are lased. And we're horribly long on this video. I mean, we're up there, but we'll play a little bit more of this. But this is talking about an infrared lasing. And when they talk about the target is painted means lased with a laser or some sort of beam. And you can see there's like a beam. And wherever that beam is shining, you've got weapons that are flying in the air, and you'll hear them coming in that can actually just, like, they don't even have to look. They just like pull the trigger and it'll shoot at whatever that little beam is pointing at. It's really cool.
That is an IR spotlight. Here they come.
That laser beam was on the head of a shark, I promise you. Now, again, I've talked about this before, but one more time for those of you that are maybe new, and if you are, you should subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell notification for, all that good stuff. That being said, you should know that the bullets you see, the ones that are tracer rounds is what they call those, there's like, it depends on the plane, the shooting and whatnot, but there's either 4, 7, maybe 10 rounds you can't see in between each one you can see. So where it looks like, wow, look at all those ones you can see, just understand there's like 7 more rounds in between there that you can't see. It's wildly crazy stuff. Again, it's kind of frightening how easy it is for us to harm others, but it keeps us safe. It allows us the freedoms that we appreciate and the freedoms that we need to hang on to as Americans, as American patriots. Where we go one, we go all. It's time to hold on to this government, this country, this world. Let's stick together. Let's try to help one another. Let's be kind to even the other side. Let's understand that they're brainwashed. There's too much flicker on their TV and they don't know how to deal with that. So let's be understanding. Let's understand that there's some very, very bad apples that will be taken care of, that will be put up in front of people and tried. And there will be some that might just disappear. We'll see what happens. But these are things to consider. Big, big, big week coming up, folks. This is going to be an exciting one. We'll talk more about it. Stay tuned to more videos coming up. It's on The Fringe with Dan RadioStyle.